Lord Gorda expects much of you. The enemy will be skillful and ruthless. You must be prepared physically and spiritually. You must focus. You must train hard and train well.
Hello! I'm taking the lead again. I love it when a plan comes together like this.
A lovely, lovely plan.
Yes. We're
Lovely
here
plan.
for... Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
I pity the fool that interrupts you.
you pity yourself
I am that fool.
every night with your lonely sock.
Yeah.
He cries into his wine.
Wine? What?
Anyway, we're here, 60-second retro gaming it up.
Oh!
Big styly.
Oh, you struggled with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am Ricky Maru. With me is
Ayame.
Ayami.
And he is an old man with a wispy beard.
You can be Lord Gouda.
Who?
Yes. And if you haven't guessed, our Tenchu-based theme names, we're talking about...
what he said,
Yeah, we're talking about Tenchu #1, the Stealth Assassin,
Stealth Assassins, yeah.
that was
It
originally
looks
released
great fun.
on the PS1 back in the days of when it was at its height.
Back in the days of the PS1.
Well, they still release them, the
Yeah.
games,
What?
in
This
the
is true.
series. They still make Tenchu games.
Do they?
Yes.
I don't think they
But
meant PlayStation games for a
slowly
minute.
degraded over the years.
Well, people still make Dreamcast games.
Do they? Even
Yeah.
though no one buys them anymore.
No, they're not officially developed. They're like fan project type things.
Oh, can I
So-
have a cake?
Yeah, so that's what they're there for.
So
We have
anyway,
cake.
Yes, so we're talking about Tenchu
Yes.
on PS1. It's a bit ropey these days.
Just a bit. I mean, I can see where they're coming from with the concept, though. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that could be fun if it wasn't on the PS1.
Yeah, but it was ace at the time.
yeah,
though.
and it still holds up fairly well today.
One thing I noticed when you were playing it was like the analog,
Oh
or
yeah,
the lack of.
yeah. The lack of analog controls is extremely frustrating.
Yeah.
But
In the day, you didn't need them.
no, you didn't need them, and you could play the game well with the D-pad. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. The main crux of it is that you play as one of two ninjas, Ricky Maru or Ayame.
Yep.
Ricky Maru is the beefier yet slower character of the two, and Ayame, because she's a woman, she's a bit more fragile.
But she's more supple.
Yes.
Lots of crashing and banging tonight.
I wouldn't say she's more supple. She's more susceptible to damage. But
She's quicker.
But yeah, she's faster with her. I don't know what they're called.
Weapons.
Double-wielded swords.
Let's see what Wikipedia
It
says.
should say under her character name.
Characters.
She's got her own page. We click on that. It should say.
Ayame.
Ayame.
There we go. La 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 la. It doesn't say too clearly. Chronology wise, you may be able to hear Queen in the background, so I don't know how sensitive this microphone is, but yeah, reception. It doesn't say.
Oh, but anyway, she dual wields these two tiny knives, but Ricky Maru has a big samurai sword.
No, I bet it does. I'll say.
And yeah, you take on various missions for your master, Lord Gouda. Be it.
Does he goad you on?
I suppose he does. In a way.
Go on. Go on.
So the missions take in like various locales such as a little village
And a wood.
a wood
Forest.
Yes, a cult thing with some freaky people. What? And they breathe fire.
Lion-O. Sorry, that's Thundercats.
Yeah, and these cool people breathe fire, which is a bit weird. But you're out to ultimately stop Lord Mayo, who is the uber bad guy of
What, as in Simon Mayo?
no, as in MEI hyphen capital OH.
Oh, right, Mio.
He's a bad bastard with teleportation skills.
I can see that being annoying when it comes to the ultimate boss battle that
Yes,
I'm sure
and he
will
shoots
ensue.
lightning out of his sword as well.
Oh, of course he
In
does.
a non-sexual way.
Of course he does.
Of course, he's a typical end of game boss. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah,
A
you
bastard.
undertake these missions, and if you perform well as a ninja,
Not in the bedroom.
no, well, obviously.
That
You get-
comes as standard. I mean,
Yeah.
So to perform well in the missions, you have to make silent kills. So you can sneak up on people and slit their throat or stab them in the belly. One-hit kills, essentially, stealth kills.
They're not very smart sometimes. I mean, you can be hanging from a ledge with a sword and your hands hanging up there, and they don't see a thing.
No.
But then you sort of stand up in their vicinity. It's like, oh.
Yeah, and I love
You must die.
I love their over-the-top voice acting for it as well. Especially the ones that go you and then chase after you with the big cattle prod.
Very
thing.
very Bruce Lee in that respect.
Yeah, I mean it's a great laugh, and if you do these missions well, then you're rewarded with extra items, which you can then use in the next mission, etc., etc., etc. And the ultimate aim is obviously to be the best ninja you can, and defeat this guy at the end. That's about it.
Thank you for listening.
Lots of ninja stuff. I know when we did the capturing, you found the unlocked the debug mode as well.
Oh yeah, you could.
That was
We shouldn't really
silly.
mess about with the debug mode,
No.
but it is a great little tool to have.
I mean, it might be something for people to actually do after they finish the
Oh
game.
yeah, don't ruin it for yourself. There are cheats for the game.
Because that's
but-
what happened in the PS1 era. There were still cheats.
There were still cheats.
Yes, they were
the
easy to
the
find.
debug mode itself is quite fun because you can give yourself all the enemy's powers.
Yeah.
There's a mission which we didn't capture, but it involves the Spanish, I think.
The Inquisition.
Not the Inquisition,
Oh.
the people
I'm disappointed.
coming into Japan, and you have to take down the pirate king, as
Yeah.
it were. But the Spanish guards have guns,
Uh-huh.
so you can acquire their powers and shoot them from a long way. You can also give yourself arrows and stuff, which is kind of sweet. And you can have the teleportation shit that the bad bastard boss has at the end. And that's kind of cool. I love the characters as well. Ricky Maru is the self-righteous, not self-righteous, but he is the
He's the force of good.
archetypal. Yeah, he is
Yeah.
the archetypal ninja. Only in it to battle the forces of evil, and he always he's sickened by people's greed, etc., etc., etc. Ayame is a bit more of a loose cannon. She doesn't really have that many morals, but she will fight for
For England.
for good.
For England, James.
No, for Japan.
Hooah!
So that's kind of fun.
Well-
my favourite character is Onikage, the guy
Yeah.
who.
Oh.
It looks like he's got worms or something. 'Cause
Yeah.
he can't sit still.
Yeah.
But he's funny because he constantly reappears in the other Tenchu games. Technically, you kill him in this game.
Well, doesn't Tenchu 2... Isn't Tenchu 2
is a
set
prequel,
before...
Yeah,
this
but
one, yeah.
I think Wrath of Heaven, which is the technical sequel to Tenchu.
What? This one? Yeah.
Yeah, on the PS2, he comes back in that as like an undead guy,
Oh, right.
which is fine,
It's allowed. Given
Yeah.
you have like the cult people in
Yeah.
this one, it's
Yeah.
it's within the realms of possibility
Yeah.
within the world of the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. I mean, I love it to bits. It still plays fairly well, even if the controls have become extremely dated.
Yeah.
And I love the voice acting as well, with the terrible lines that they were given to read. Brilliant.
That's typical PS1 era, really, isn't it? It's like, oh look, we can put voices in the game now.
Yeah,
as we've got a CD.
I'm going to defend that and say Metal Gear Solid. Point and
Yeah,
case.
I'm not saying that every game fits the
Well,
same
no, but see,
criteria.
you look at Konami, and they had Hideo
Was it
Kojima. Who,
Capcom?
well, yeah, I mean, they got the budget and the prowess to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it didn't
the
say
problem
Capcom
with-
and Resident Evil, did it?
No, well, no, they no, yeah, this is true.
I mean,
the
yeah,
acting
acting-
and the dialogue was pretty shit.
Okay, acquire, develop this game.
Yeah. 1998
1998
as well. So I mean, for a 13-year-old game, it's sort of
Oh
like,
yeah, I mean,
It's
towards the
to be fair,
middle
it was,
end
it
of
was
the
going up against Metal
yeah.
Gear Solid in the
Yeah.
stealth
Yeah,
game stakes, and whilst it wasn't,
well, Metal Gear went one way, and this went.
yeah.
yeah,
And
and
wearing
whilst
stands
Metal
for
Gear
them.
was infinitely the better of the two
Yeah.
games, this game is still
It still holds its own.
Oh yeah, it's.
I
just
mean,
I am very
completely
tempted to go and pick it up.
I would.
Metal Gear
I
is
would.
like technical espionage, all this technical, in other words, a serious game. Whereas Tenchu's just fun.
It's
Well,
fun.
Mine was
Tenchu, the stealth bit, but it's not the core of the game by the look of it from what I've seen. Whereas Metal Gear, it is mostly about sneaking
Yeah,
around
you're right.
and
It's
not
either
being
stealth
seen.
or
Yeah.
you just fail.
Well, you
How
can,
not to be seen?
Yeah. Well, you can have the option of doing the missions by full on properly confronting every enemy you see.
Yeah.
But then you'll get destroyed and you're rated at the end, and you won't unlock extra bits and pieces to help you along later in the game.
So it's the
so-
better option to be
Yeah.
stealthy. Then.
Yeah, it pays to be looking at your enemy's routes, planning ahead,
Yeah.
and dropping down. And
Oh,
it also
dropping
helps learning the map. Although to be fair, the layout does change. I think there's 3 layouts for every
Right,
map.
so it's never going to be the same
No.
each time you play.
You can unlock the different layouts by
Yeah.
cheating, and just to see the different variations that they've done on each map, which
Yeah.
is fine.
Oh, that's quite clever,
yeah,
actually.
it's a nice little touch. But the walkthrough I had, I call it the Tenchu Bible because it was just a guide. But back when
It's
I was
huge.
back when I was
A lad.
15, 16, it was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And I had all the layouts for the enemies on the different the walkthrough, the paths of the different enemies on all the different layouts of the map. So that was fun. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
At the end of each level as well, you fought a boss.
Of course.
Of course, it was the 1990s.
It was the PlayStation. Yeah.
Boss battle.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Yeah.
I quite like the cultist boss fight as well because it's like some hermaphroditic freak show.
oh, is that the squiggling one?
Yeah, with the stone in the belly.
Yeah.
It's never made clear whether.
My go.
Yeah, it's never made clear whether or not this cultist leader is a chap or a lady.
I reckon it's a lady.
It's a he she.
Oh, it's a lady.
Yeah, it's a shim.
It's a shim. Shim or slur.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
So
Right.
yeah, I mean, if you can pick it up dirt, you can pick it up one. If you can pick it up, you will
You
be
can
able to
pick
pick
it
it
up,
up dirt cheap. Do it because it looks not particularly great. It didn't even look great when it was first out.
No. It's
But the-
typical PS1 though.
yeah,
again,
but the
isn't it?
gameplay is quality and the gore in it's quite amusing as well, especially when you slash someone's throat.
It's nicely over the top.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Sufficiently over.
It's
the
Kill Bill.
Yeah.
But
Almost.
loads of violence.
Almost, but
Almost, yeah.
not quite.
Yeah. I've got a paper cut.
Right.
So yeah, pick it up, dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Do it.
I will
and
go-
pick
I
up
will
the
go and
sequel
buy
as
it.
well, Tenchu 2, which I think is probably the slightly better of the 2 PS1 games.
Right.
So we'll get.
Well,
around
one
to
would
it.
hope so, with it being the second one.
Wow, it's not always the case.
No, but you'd hope
Yeah.
that they'd improve
Yeah.
on the original bit.
So we'll get around to doing Tenchu 2 at some point when I can get hold of it again.
We will. It's on the list. It's on the list. Right. Unless you guys have anything else to add, I think that wraps everything up. Right. We'll be back in a few days with another new episode, either a 60-second gamer or a 60-second retro gamer. I'm not quite sure which will be happening, but in any case, we'll be back in a few days with something else. So thank you for listening if you have been. Don't forget you can send us an email to the email address, which is info@randomstoke.com. Either request a game for us to review, or give us any suggestions or ideas, or stuff that you'd like us to do, or complain, or give praise, or whatever you want. So send it to that email address. So thank you for listening, and goodbye for now.